Basically, Fort Wayne sucks. That's the perception a lot of the young adults have. That's a perception, and that's the type of sentiment that I grew up around. I'm one of the many young adults, a lot of which are in this room today, that seem to think otherwise. Brief background on myself so that you can understand kind of where my passions for the city have evolved from. Lifelong resident, graduated from Indiana University, then graduated from the College for Financial Planning. I was an investment advisor for 2.5 years. Decided to start chewing glass and staring into the abyss of death that is running a tech startup. So I left my comfy office and located it in the heart of downtown. We're an online distributor of power transmission components. But today I'm here to talk about rethinking or reshaping Fort Wayne. And a lot of reshaping Fort Wayne, my ideas come from an organization I started outside of my workplace, which is called A Better Fort. A Better Fort's goal, we're a nonprofit, and we look to provide community empowerment and the retention of young talent. We're the anti-brain drain. A lot of my ideas or thoughts are a mixture of intuition, common sense, a little bit of academia or research. The poster child for a lot of my research is a man by the name of Christopher Lineberger from the Brookings Institution, and he talks a lot about what's called walkable urbanism and bringing that back to cities like Fort Wayne where it's lacking. I'll talk about walkable urbanism a little bit later, but to understand his research and what he's found, a 12-step process for redeveloping a city like Fort Wayne, is to understand that more activity attracts more people, which increases rents and property values, creating more business opportunity, which means more activity and people on the street and so on. So in a nutshell, in a viable downtown, more is better. Well, over the last, 15, 20, 25 years, probably before my existence, there's been less in the downtown area, and creating our central city is paramount to what I believe is rethinking Fort Wayne. So I'm gonna dive right into it. The P factor I developed for this speech is perception, entertainment, and ecosystem. It's a 3-letter acronym, and the first of which is perception, which I've recently become heavily involved in, and that is the way that you perceive the city. I wanted to do a project, and I wanted to change that thought that Fort Wayne sucks. I wanted the young people of the city to look at Fort Wayne in a different manner and be proud of it. I'm going to play it, and that's why I have 18 minutes today, because it takes up a significant portion, and then we'll discuss.
It's Nizzy. This is my city, where I'm from. Talking about change, well I want some. Just a group of kids trying to get it on. But we gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be the ones to put the city on. But I'm right here, and I'm living life right now, right now. I'm living life right now, right now.
Yo, do your homework, PMG represent. Folk Kane swag, what's the real testament? This is my city, Southside to the death. When we put the city on, you gon' pay respect. It's all about the love, hating don't faze us. I bet everybody say the money changed us, but at the end of the day, you should embrace this. On life, you in the presence of greatness.
City on, we gon' put the city on. We living life to rep this to the death, this is home. Got the keys to it, had to get our ditty on. Forever catch us with that 10 cap fitted on. We get it on, and you can hear it in the song. United we stand, the plan is for us living strong. We had to come together, no we can't do this alone. Had to hit the ground running, so we set the tone.
If not my back, then why not yours? I went there first to open the doors and shed light on the city we glowing. Yeah, I'm reppin' for the Wayne, even though I'm from the go in, we go in. Even if the situation is a no-win, we stand strong, one circle of grown men. Here we go again, guess it's time to grind hard and help my city shine bright like the night stars.
This is my city, where I'm from. Talking about change, well I want some. Just a group of kids trying to get it on. But we gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be be the ones to put the city on.
But I'm right here, and I'm living life right now, right now. I'm living life right now, right now.
You know I gotta do it for the city. It's SB and got my certified team with me. Yeah. What up, Nizzy? What up, K? We tryna make a meal, like an entree. We out in NY, flights all day. Then we heading west, word to Kanye. From the 260, where the best be. Who put the city on? Tell them SB. Yeah.
I was born in Indiana, so listen when I say there's more than corn in Indiana. Made and raised in the 26 to be exact, so I feel that it's only right that I put my city on the map. If you a hooper, dancer, teacher, doctor, lawyer, or you rap, it don't matter what you do, stay persistent and pursue. I'm the voice of the city, I gotta be undoubtedly. From Cherry Hill to Canterbury down to Crown Colony.
Fresh from my head to toe, skills unremarkable. I am just a human being in the scene, writing flows, struggling. Want the world to hear my voice in the song, but war's going on in this world. We can't get along. It's been like that ever since a younger cat. Education falling back, blacks on blacks on blacks on black. Locked up for selling crack. Government just sit back and laugh while they steady raising taxes on her. It's a fact. Out.
This is my city, where I'm from. Talking about change, well I want some. Just a group of kids trying to get it on. But we gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be the ones to put the city on.
But I'm right here, and I'm living life right now, right now. I'm living life right now, right now.
Okay, F is for the family, frequency needed first, then O is for the organization to be dispersed. So R will represent that revolutionary verse, and T is for the team that we gon' need to make it work. So this ain't just a friendly me to popular artists. We ain't changing the lane, we gotta evolve it. Cause when you in the game, only option is ballin', and your team can't win without positive yardage.
I just put my city on like my jeans. Why these dudes throwing cheap shots, Mayweather Ortiz, Chrome Hearts G's. You should come and see us, best in the game. You should MVP us, Fresh Prince Flow, no Bel Air, no Bel Air. Whoever's at the top just knows I'm walking up the stairs, and it's Fort Wayne to be miserable. And I'm Mr. Walk on Water Boy, James Miracle.
Yeah. City on, trying to run it like a marathon. I put it up and carry on, gotta take it home. Different walks of life, together going strong. And once we make it there, they all coming the longest. Heavy reppin', lucky stepping up in these sevens. Next selection, I'm intersecting in the sections. Touch the stars and inquire what I desire. Funny haters see my rich heart and want a piece of my prior. Yeah.
This is my city, where I'm from. Talking about change, well I want some. Just a group of kids trying to get it on. But we gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be the ones to put the city on. City on, city on, city on. We gon' be the ones to put the city on. But I'm right here, and I'm living life right now, right now. I'm living life right now, right now.
So it starts with perception. If you can instill the perception that success is attainable, then people will at least try. That wasn't just me, that was the gathering of upwards of 100 to 200 young adults who made that happen, one of which is in the audience who shot the video, Kelly Lynch. Marshall White, who provided the kids at the end, the Voices of Unity Choir, world champions of choir. So what I knew is that this was going to be a success. I just knew that the talent was out there, I could just pull them together and this would happen. What I didn't know is that people's perceptions, I would get to see them in real time. For example, thank you for giving Fort Wayne something to be proud of. Thanks for the great music you make. My city helped open my eyes. I'm no longer ashamed to say I'm from Fort Wayne. Wow. You make me so proud to be from Fort Wayne. Keep doing what you're doing. We're all behind you. And if you want to get a little personal, look at Angela. I'm going to be a bit revealing. I'm a 40-year-old white lesbian. I struggle living in Fort Wayne, been encouraged to move to the coast where I can be treated normal. I tell them that that would be easy. The hard work is to stay. This is my city. This is where I'm from. We have much repressed culture and talent. We don't talk to each other. We are a fragmented city with great gaps between groups. I want to be a bridge builder in our community. Please share with those involved. Your message reached me, touched me in a time when frustration was high, and made me cry years of pride. It's time to put this city on. So it starts with perception. The second is entertainment. I'm not talking about putting a bunch of clubs downtown, which usually follows by strip clubs and so on. I'm talking about a fine balance between a private and a public venture that strategically crafts what's called walkable urbanism. The guy I talked about earlier, Christopher, in his research, says that walkable urbanism is a key in what downtowns were built around. It's the ability to walk from venue to venue, typically 1,500 feet. Outside of 1,500 feet, people look for other means of transportation. So walkable urbanism starts with urban entertainment venues and retail that are within walking distance. We have a lot of passionate people that put their businesses downtown. I'm going to venture to say that these people did not put their businesses downtown, their entertainment venues, because they thought that's where the most foot traffic would be. You could probably go to Jefferson Point and they'll rattle off the statistics about how many people will pass your place. These people are probably passionate about the city. But the problem is walkable urbanism. It's simply stating, fostering walkable urbanism is the key to a struggling downtown. So making something like this where it's fragmented, it's not very controlled, there's no private, there's no public sector that's come together and created something that looks a little cleaner like this. The ability for people to find and meet at one place in our central city. The next is ecosystem. Fostering a healthy ecosystem, I'm talking about an entrepreneurial ecosystem, probably because I'm biased and I'm now an entrepreneur myself, but also just an ecosystem in general for creating jobs. A healthy ecosystem consists of two things. I read a great article that says that it consists of leaders and feeders, and we need both. For example, the feeders. These are the people that feed the inputs into the entrepreneurial community, the accountants and the lawyers, who hopefully understand that if they can donate their time at the early stages of a startup or at a steep discount during pre-revenue stages, they'll hopefully obtain that business and encourage the growth of that company, and then obtain them as customers during post-revenue stages of the startup. It also includes venture capitalists and angel investors who are willing to take a little bit of risk, some sort of risk, any kind of risk. And not sit there and be what I call detrimentally conservative. I personally, as an entrepreneur in the city, had to go elsewhere to seek funding. And that's depressing because I love the city. I want to be able to work with angel investors, work with venture capitalists who support business and ideas, and people who are creating value and solving problems. And lastly, surprisingly enough, the government. We need a government that supports us. There's all kinds of facets that go into entrepreneurship, whether it's the government culture, people who have their own success stories that pour it back into the community. We need to strengthen not just one of these, but all of these in parallel. So peeing is essential to life. And the pun is intended. It's essential to the life of this city. And my take on rethinking Fort Wayne. I didn't think I'd have time, but it looks like I do. I'll end this with a video, again. But I want you guys to be visionaries, innovators. If someone asks you, and this is funny because after we released the project, someone said, Alex, how the hell is a rap video going to change Fort Wayne? But I knew it started with perception. So if someone asks you how your project, or your idea, or what you're doing, if you want to be a doctor who actually wants to cure people, which I like, in my case, happened to be a rap song, I want you to go out, and I want you to show them. It's been a pleasure to talk with you guys today. I'm going to let this play, and thank you.